Hello, everyone. Static? Hold on. Is this still really bad? There are two main ways of saying to try in Korean. One of them uses the verb 보다, literally meaning to see. The other one uses a grammar form, 려고. And these are often confused with each other. The first one is a form using 보다. And to make it, you first need to know how to conjugate the 요 form. So we're not going to be talking about that in today's lesson because that would be a whole separate live stream. You know how 하다 becomes 해, 가다 becomes 가, 먹다, to eat becomes 먹어, 있다 becomes 있어. What you do is you first conjugate that same way as usual. Instead of attaching a 요, you do not attach 요 for this. You will attach the verb 보다, literally meaning to see. What this actually means is it's not just to try doing something. Let's say your verb is eat, right? Now you want to say try eating it. Like you want to tell your friend, hey, you should try this. You should try eating this. It's good. So we're going to use 먹다 for to eat. So, we conjugate it. Then we have 보다, which we're going to conjugate this however we want. Did we try it? 먹어봤어요, past tense. Will we try it? Please try it. Whatever you want to do, you would conjugate 보다. The literal meaning of this, and I think this helps, is to try doing and see how it goes. The reason I think this is better to learn the literal way is because there are many cases where people will attach this 보다 form, but if you translate it in English as try, it doesn't make any sense. A quick example. Normally you can say that you're going to leave. You can say 가볼게요. And then if you translate this in English, 가보다, you might think it means to try going, and in some cases it could translate as to try going. But another way to think of this as is to go and then see how that goes. Like, I'm going to go and then I'll see how my going goes. Like, see how it goes. If I take off right now, I'll just see how it goes. Kind of in that sense. Doing something and then thinking about or just looking at what happens as a result of doing that. So you can think of 먹어보다 as literally meaning to try some food, to try eating, and then see how that went. The action of eating. So in that sense, it means to try. It doesn't mean to try something as in to put effort into it. It doesn't mean to try to study. It doesn't mean to try to win the Olympics. It doesn't mean to try to learn Korean. It actually means to do something and see how it goes. So if you were to say study Korean, you might think this could translate as to try studying. But it doesn't just mean to put effort into studying. That's not what it means. It means to go ahead and just study and then see how it goes. That's the sense that this grammar form means to try. It's really important that you know how this form is used so that when you learn the next form, you'll see, oh, this is very different. 말해봐. Yeah, that means tell me. 말하다, to talk. 보다, to see. 말해봐. So you tell me and let's see how it goes. Try telling me. You just tell me, okay? Like that. Try it. Try telling me that. So one more time. This actually means that you are successfully doing something. This is more like just successfully just going ahead and doing something. I am just going to do it and see how it goes. Or I did it and saw how it went. It does not specifically mean that you tried and failed. It just means you did it and saw how your results were. When you tell someone to try food, if you say, hey, try it. So in Korean, when they say try food, what they're actually saying is try eating it. They use 먹다, they use eat with this form when you want to tell someone to try something. Hey, 먹어봐요. Try it. 먹어봐요. Try it. It's good. 맛있어요. 먹어봐요. Eat it and see how it is. What the? I shouldn't swear in a live stream. Dang! Well, that's the largest donation I've ever got. Please dab for 5 full seconds as a thank you. All right, here we go. Five! Oh, I don't need to exercise tonight. That's good. Okay, I tried meeting the teacher. So teacher would be 선생님, and meet is the verb 만나다. So 선생님 만나다. So I want to say I tried. So this is past tense. 선생님을 만나봤어요. 선생님을 만나봤어요. 선생님을 만나봤어요. 선생님을 만나봤어요. 선생님을 만나봤어요. 선생님을 만나봤어요. So I tried meeting the teacher. Or literally, I met the teacher and then saw how it went. Not attempted to. I didn't put effort into it. I just tried it out. Like in English, you could say, I tried to meet the teacher, but he was busy. I tried to meet him, but he was busy. You cannot use this form to say that because it doesn't mean that you attempted to do something, that you put effort into do something. It means you just did it. You tried it out, right? So yeah, I tried meeting the teacher. I wanted to meet the teacher and I heard he's really cool, so I tried meeting him. That's what it means. 입다 is simply for wearing like a dress or a shirt, something that covers your whole body. You can combine this with 보다, and you can get 입어 보다. This is the regular verb that they use when you're saying to try something on. So if you go to the clothing store and you see a shirt that you really like, you can say, I want to try it on. 입어 볼래. 입어볼래요. You can use 가보다 to say to go somewhere and see how it goes. If you want to say like, oh, someday I would really like to go to Korea. What you're really saying is, I would like to go there and see how it is. So you could say something like, 한국에 한 번 가보고 싶어요. 한국에 한 번 to Korea once 가보고 싶어요. I'd like to go to Korea once. So you might be thinking, well then why can't I just say 가고 싶어요? 한국에 한 번 가고 싶어요. Literally is okay. That just means to Korea once. I want to go. I want to go to Korea once. If you wanted to show that you're trying it out, that you're experimenting, that you're gonna see how it is, then they often will add this 보다 form onto saying they're going somewhere to kind of give meaning to why they're going. To say like, hey, I'm going there to see how it is, to see how it goes, right? I'd like to go there once and see how it is. So you don't have to add it if you just want to say, I want to go to Korea. And then one more example I wanted to give you guys before we go on to our next form. I want you guys to translate this for me. 해보면 알 from 알다 to know 알 거예요. 해보면 알 거예요. How would you translate this into English? So 해보면, which is the if. So if you try it, and then 알 거예요 for the future tense. 알다 becomes 알 거, will know. You will know if you try. So hey, you'll know if you try. So someone might say, hey, how is it? Was it fun? Was it boring? You say, 해보면 알 거예요. If you try it, you'll know it. You'll know what I'm talking about. But you got to try it. Kind of in that sense. If you wanted to add any sort of different conjugation to it, any other grammar form that you add or any ending comes to the end of the 보다 form. You'll always do the exact same you'll form conjugation for the verb and only alter the ending part 보다. So the next form we're going to use is 노력하다. Let's focus on this part first, because this is the most important part of the form. This part is, the 하다 is actually optional. This does not mean to do something and see how it goes. This means to try in the sense of intend. I think a really good way to translate it into English is going to. Going to is a way that this is often translated. This does not mean going to. This form does not mean that you will do something. But going to in English can have that meaning. When you say going to in English, often what you mean is, I'm intending to. Like, hey, I'm going to meet my friend. It also means I will, but at the same time that going to in English also means, hey, I'm intending to. Like, that's my plan. I'm going to do it. So you'll often see this translated as going to in English, but know that the literal meaning has nothing to do with future. Its actual meaning is just intend. So this means I intend to do something. And in that way, it means try to. In order to make this form, you take a verb stem and then you attach 으려고 if it ends in a consonant, or if it ends in a vowel, you just attach 려고. So for example, we have 하다 would become 하려고 because it ends in a vowel, or we have 먹다 to eat, which would become 먹으려고 because it ends in a consonant. There's an exception for verb stems that end with a lir, so this letter. If a verb stem ends in a lir, all you do is you attach 려고. So if you have the verb 살다, to live, well, the verb stem of it is 살, so all you do is you attach 려고 to the end. So this does not mean that you successfully did it or not. It just means that's what you're putting in effort to do. That is what you are currently attempting to do. So if you were to tell someone with this form to try to eat something, you're telling them, hey, give it a try, like open your mouth, put some effort into it, come on, actually try to eat this. That's what you'd be saying, which is kind of funny. So this actually means just to put forth effort to intend to do something. Again, this 려고 form by itself is what shows intention. The 하다 at the end is optional. But if you want to add some tense to it, you can use 하다. For example, you might want to tell your friend, 지금 자려고 하고 있어요. Literally, now, trying to, intending to sleep. 하고 있어요. I am. So I am 하고 있어요. I am intending to sleep. Now, 지금 자려고 하고 있어요. But if you wanted, you could just say 지금 자려고요 and end the sentence. I'm trying to sleep now. But adding the 하고 있어요 just shows more emphasis that it's happening right now. Another thing I should point out about this form, you can say your intentions. You can say, I'm intending to do this, or you can ask someone, hey, are you intending to do this? Are you going to do this? Or you intended to do that. But you cannot talk about a third party. He, she, them. The speaker is first person. This is considered first person. I, you is second person. Third person is he, she, it, they, those people over there. Bobby, Billy, 철수, any names. And you cannot use this form when talking about a third person. You cannot say Charsu is intending to go to the movie theater. The reason being, because you do not know what Charsu is intending to do. You cannot know what Charsu is intending to do. Like, for example, you can say, I want to go. 저는 가고 싶어요. You want to go. 가고 싶어요? Do you want to go? Right? I, you, it's okay. First, second person. You cannot say 철수도 가고 싶어요. You cannot say that because that would be assuming you know what 철수 wants to do. So do not use this form to say anyone else is intending to do something. So I am trying to diet. How would you say this? 저는 다이어트를 하려고요. Nice. 다이어트 하려고요. Nice. 다이어트를 하려고 해요. 다이어트 하려고. 저는 다이어트 하려고 해요. Nice. 다이어트 하려고요. 내일은 tomorrow. 친구 만나려고 해요. This does not mean you're just trying to meet your friend to see how it goes. So let's contrast that. 만나볼 거예요. What if we said 친구를 만나려고 해요 or 친구를 만나볼 거예요 with 보다? Think about this. What do you think would be different about these two sentences, which are both grammatically and natural? 만나려고 해요 and 만나볼 거예요. What do you think would be the different connotation that these two sentences would give? In the second sentence, it's probably the first time you'll meet. Yes, it doesn't necessarily mean it is the first time. Let's say you have a fight with your friend and you haven't met him in a year. So 내일은 친구를, that friend, 만나볼 거예요. I'm going to meet him and see how it goes. I haven't seen him in a year, so I'm not sure how it'll go, but I'm going to meet him and I'm going to try to meet him, right? I'm going to put effort into meeting him. I'm intending to meet my friend tomorrow. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm intending to do. So both of these sentences in English would probably translate as I'm going to try to meet my friend tomorrow. But they'd have completely different meanings. 만나려고 해요 and 만나볼 거예요 are both perfectly correct sentences that just have different meanings. Let's talk about 노력하다 by itself. This verb by itself just means to try, specifically as to exert. And the word 노력 is a noun that means effort, to put forth effort. So you can think of 노력하다 as to put forth effort. Normally, you can just say something like 지금, now, 노력하고 있어요. You're just saying, now I am trying. Now I am trying. Now I am putting forth effort into doing something. We don't know. We're not trying to do anything specific, but we're just trying. We're just putting forth effort. This verb, as well as others we'll learn, are very useful when combined with the yogo form. So I'll talk about that next. When combined with 노력하다, it adds the meaning of you're putting forth effort in order to try to do something. I'm trying to learn Korean. So now we're saying 한국어를 배우려고. I'm trying to learn Korean. But now you want to say I'm trying hard. I'm putting in effort. I'm really trying hard. You're going to need to have another verb at the end. So you can say something like 열심히. 배우려고 열심히. Now you could just do 하고 있어요, right? Like before, we told you you can just use 하다. And this means 한국어를 배우려고 열심히 하고 있어요. I am trying hard, 열심히 hard, intending to learn Korean. But we could also do this. 노력하고 있어요. Intending to learn Korean. 열심히 노력하고 있어요. I am putting in a lot of effort. I'm trying hard, intending to learn Korean. A natural way you might see this type of form translated in English would just be I'm trying hard to learn Korean. But know that that's not the literal meaning. The literal meaning is I'm trying hard, 노력하다, putting forth effort, hard, intending to learn Korean. So I am trying hard while intending to learn Korean. Whenever you see 려고 combined with another verb, it can help to translate this in your head as while intending to. You can kind of keep focused on the literal translation for this if you translate it like that in your head. 여행을 가다 means to go on a vacation, literally to go a vacation or to go on a trip. So 여행을 가려고, so intending to go on a trip. So what am I doing while I'm intending to go on a trip? How about I'm saving up money? 돈을 모으다 is to save up money. 모으다 means literally to gather or collect. Not save as in not using it, but saving as in collecting it. So I'm 모으고 있어요. Or maybe you want to say, I want to save money, 모으고 싶어요. So here we have 돈을 모으고 있어요. I am saving up money, intending to go on a trip. So yeah, I'm saving up money to take a trip. This one's difficult, I'd say, but I want you guys to do it. Literally, intending to become a math teacher, I studied math. Or more naturally, I studied math to become a math teacher. So math is 수학, and you could say math teacher by just saying 수학 선생님. Study, 공부하다. And here become is subject marker, so 이 or 가, with the verb 되다. 수학 선생님이 되려고, so intending to become a math teacher, 수학을 공부했어요. I studied math in order to, well, not literally in order to, but I studied math intending to become a math teacher. So one more time. Remember, 보다 means seeing. So you're seeing how it goes. You're just doing something. So trying it, maybe the first time, could be. This doesn't mean it's the first time. You're trying it out, seeing how it goes. And then the 요거 form literally means just intention. But you can also translate it in your head when you're going to English as going to, like you're saying, I'm going to do something. Going to do, not going to the store, but going to go to the store. Going to do, going to verb. Some verb here. And it shows that you're actually attempting to. 그럼 다음에 또 봐.